Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Listing Launchpad Director's Cut. And today we are doing something very special. This is like a special edition because for the first time, I actually have an agent from outside of my area. So I'm in Seattle, but this agent is from Salt Lake City, Utah. So the thing here is going to be that I have not seen this house in person, but then I have seen a lot of photos and video, and part of the reason is he's my client. But I thought this would be pretty cool to do, to be able to see places in other parts of the country, and not that you're gonna move all the way out there, but it's gonna be kind of cool. So let's see. So what I'm gonna do is first I'm going to give you my disclosure. All information disclosed on this video is intended for entertainment purposes, which means whatever we're gonna be saying here, it's for your entertainment. A lot of it is going to be informative as well, but this is not the information you take and go try to write an offer and say, oh well, but you said on the no. When it comes to getting the actual information, you refer to the MLS, you contact the listing agent. That's how it is. What we're doing here is to have fun, talk about the house, go through all the cool stuff. And it's not like we're going to blatantly give you false information, because all the information is deemed true as far as we're concerned, and as of the recording of this show. So just make sure that you're not getting any weird ideas. So with that being said, I want to introduce you to Joe Black, Keller Williams, Salt Lake City, Keller Williams Real Estate, and he specializes in the Salt Lake City area. Man, what a great guy! He's got an entrepreneurial background. I've gotten to know him for about a month and a half now, but I've just really been enjoying working with him, and that's why I volunteered to do this for him, because I love highlighting good people that do good things for a good reason. So first of all, let me show you. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna let me bring Joe on. So, Joe, you there?
I am. Thanks for having me
What
on.
What's up, my friend? How are you?
So good. How are you?
Dude, this is yeah, I'm good. I'm good. I'm super excited because again, like the expectation is that typically I have a lot more knowledge about the house because I was physically there and shooting
Right.
it. But then in your listing, I've only seen pictures and video. It's gorgeous
Right.
listing, by the way.
Thank
So
you.
I'm gonna play the video,
Okay.
and let's start from there. I love this shot, like starting out. By the way, we should give a shout out to is it McCarthy Media Co.
It sure is. Yeah.
Right,
Warren.
Warren?
Thank you.
Yeah, man, I'll tell you, as a real estate photographer myself, I saw the photos. I'm like, all right, he's pretty legit.
Yeah. Cool guy.
So this man, like, look at that mountain. Like, that big mountain we just saw. Like, does it have a name?
They're calling it the homes at. I'm sorry, I got caught on the spot there.
Oh, it's
It's
all right.
Forest
It's all right.
Canyon Estates, and we actually live on that hill as well, and so we really enjoy the
Oh,
views.
really?
Yeah.
Okay, awesome. So, like I've heard of Salt Lake City, never heard of Herriman. So tell me a
Right.
little bit about Herriman. So you live there, you specialize in helping people buy and sell real estate. I mean, Herriman as well as the greater Salt Lake City area. Tell me a little bit about Herriman. What's it like?
Well, initially comes to mind is there's a phrase going around called healthy Herriman.
Okay.
It's really common to see people jogging. We have a trail system that goes throughout the whole township. It's all paved. It goes through like the fields and stuff that they keep buffered between neighborhoods, like green space. Um, we have a little pond nearby where they stock it for fishing. And then we're at the bottom of three different canyon trails. We have Rose Canyon, Yellow Fork Canyon, and Butterfield Canyon. And recently on Butterfield Canyon, they've developed a mountain biking trail system with a huge parking lot. Last year in the fall, there were thousands of people that went with great big sponsorship tents and stuff, and had a mountain bike race. That was pretty cool too. So yeah, it's a fun place to live. It's easy to get some great views of Salt Lake City. Um, there's everything
So
you'd
it's
need.
like a traditional, like
Yeah,
suburb living. But I'm
it's
sure a lot of people
a bit of
commute, work in the city and stuff like that too, right?
correct. Yeah, and it still has a little bit of country feel too. There's people with horses and stuff nearby, and
Oh, awesome.
yeah, it's about 40 minutes downtown Salt Lake. And then if you don't want to leave, it's very well self contained with all of its own restaurants and stores and apparel shops. It's pretty cool.
Wow. So are there, I mean, because we have some horse properties here, like in the suburb of Seattle. Like,
Mhm.
are you saying they're like acreage, like horse property, like there's stuff like that?
Yeah, not so much in the newer houses like this listing
Okay.
here.
Yep.
But originally, Herriman had a CCNR where you had to have a minimum of a 1 acre lot. And so some of the older houses still have all that.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, let's go right into it. So this is the front of the house. I just love the I just love kind of like that. Is that stone? The main kind of wall.
Yeah, it is. And then above, you'll see the panel wood. So
Okay.
it's got some really cool exterior finishes as well as interior on this one. I wish I would have taken
The
my super off the door for the photo, but
the first thing I noticed when I was looking at it is just like how open of a floor plan like this was.
right. That's definitely a more desirable feature on resale. You know, you want the grand room, or if you're going to remodel an older home, consider that anytime you can add square footage without extending the foundation is your biggest moneymaker.
Absolutely. And I just can't like help but notice like there is just plenty of space like everywhere, like even in the kitchen.
Yeah. What's cool about this photo right here, the last one, was that right when you come in from the garage door there,
Hmm.
those are walkers that would be on your left if you were walking in. They're on the right side of this
Oh, so
photo.
is this like a mud room?
Yeah, so there's like a little bench down there where you can sit and
Wow.
take your shoes off, and then each kid would get their own locker to hang their coats up and backpacks and stuff in it.
So it's like they're coming from school just to feel like they're back to school because there's lockers.
Yeah, they don't have to have a combo on that one.
Oh, that is awesome. All right, so is this a room on the main floor?
This is the entry level, so
This is
there
the entry
is,
level, right?
and there's 3 bedrooms on that level.
Gotcha.
See,
All
there's
right,
the
so
bench you
this,
sit on for the
yep, there's
shoes.
that bench. So this is the view from as if you're coming in from the garage.
Correct. And that
Got
garage is
it.
actually really cool. It's tandem, so you can
Mm-hmm.
fit 4 cars in it, two side by side and two deep.
Got
Um,
it.
in fact, one of the listing photos we showcased that if it got linked.
Oh, was that the one with the truck in it?
Yep.
Got it. Okay. So here are the rooms. Now, how big? It's kind of deceiving, or it's hard to kind of gauge how big the rooms are. Like, what's the average size of the room like? Like, are you able to fit a queen size bed, or
Yeah,
how's
queen
that
size
feel?
bed would be very comfortable. That's what I would
Okay.
recommend. I believe they're about 12 by 14 on that level.
Okay. And this kitchen, man, like that. I was like the kitchen is pretty amazing. I
It
don't know
is.
how that one got in there, but I'm just trying to get to the kitchen photo. So, tell me about so the closet doors. Do they open out? Right?
Yep.
They're not
Like
sliding,
French
right?
door style.
Okay.
They don't slide. Those are hinges there. And this house could be used. It's listed as a 4 bedroom with an office,
Okay.
but if you don't mind not having a closet, you could use the office as a 5th bedroom and a second master because there is a full bath.
Oh.
So I
Oh
kind of like
wow.
the quaint farmhouse style this went with. You'll see with that ceiling fan there, and then
Mm-hmm.
the tile in that previous bathroom photo was farmhouse
Yep.
style. But it's very modern at the same time, so I think it flows really well.
Absolutely. Is the bathroom like attached to the office or is just like right nearby?
It's attached It would be like a master if you
Wow.
wanted to use it as a bedroom.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
So question. So is it not having a closet that makes it not a bedroom? How does that
correct.
work?
So pre 1949, it's grandfathered in. They didn't have closets back then, but anything after, it's got to technically have a window and a closet to be called a bedroom. I have disclosed, in the past, like fifth bedroom doesn't have a closet, or use it as an office, however you want to list it, and that's just something that you decide what would be more advantageous per each listing. So this photo here, I'd like to talk about for a second. You see on the left there, you got sliding glass doors. So
Yep.
right off of your living room, you can go out on a balcony and enjoy the killer views of the
Okay.
east side of Herriman. So
Awesome. What's the like? When can you? I'm a huge fan of like the indoor living extending naturally out to outdoor living. Like,
mhm.
at what time of the year does like are you? It's is it okay to just like keep the doors open because the weather's nice outside? Like, what's it like in Salt Lake City area?
Well, today's in end of January, beginning of February. We're at 50 degrees on the way here at
Oh
9:30 in
wow,
the morning. So it's it
that's pretty
just kind of
warm.
depends on the day. They say in Utah, if you don't like the weather, wait 5 minutes. Definitely holds true. So,
That's awesome.
but
Okay.
generally speaking, I'd say March through October, you can stand to have a door open if you want.
Gotcha. Cause like I mean, just looking at this photo, you can easily like that indoor outdoor space could easily just be extended.
I would totally throw a breakfast table out there. Have that morning
Absolutely.
sun with your coffee would be really
It,
nice.
is that the what? How is the balcony situated? Like, are you seeing the sunrise or are you seeing the sunset? That'd
That's
be
on the
pretty
east.
epic.
Yeah, that's on the east side of the house, so that's a sunrise
Okay.
deck.
All right. So here we have the kitchen, which is again like extremely spacious.
Yeah, and also to the right of this photo, like about where the photographer would be standing, the
Mm-hmm.
builder has currently submitted to engineering plans to find out how much it would cost so that the buyers have an option to extend over the top of the garage so that there could
Oh
be
wow.
an even bigger space, another bathroom, and a laundry on that floor as well as in the basement. So we're in the plans of having that be an option.
Gotcha. Dude, tell me about this massive refrigerator.
Yeah, it's stainless steel, double wide.
Like,
This
like
builder has
looks like
some.
it's like commercial grade.
Correct. Yeah. In fact, we used the same builder on our house, and we
Okay.
went with the Wolf double wide and Sub Zero. So yeah, we really. I wanted a professional like kitchen. I kind of like to cook on the side as a hobby. So
Oh, that. Oh, I didn't know that. You like to cook.
yep. So
Okay.
right
So this
there
is the
in that
dining
wall,
area.
yeah. So that wall right there behind the dining table is where they would extend if the buyer should choose.
Got it. So there will be like a door that goes into.
That was the builder's thought initially, but like I said earlier, when you can extend the square footage without extending the foundation and just make it an open concept, I think it would
Mm-hmm.
be a higher yield on resale.
Gotcha. Okay. So it's like it's finished, but then there's potential that it could get bigger.
Yeah, it's an option for buyers to choose. So once we get it back
Nice.
to engineering, we'll know what cost adjustment to offer.
Okay.
Right
Awesome.
now,
So
this
here
one's
you can
listed
see.
at 1.1.
Gotcha, gotcha. I love how like the light. So that window on the left is still facing east, right?
Yep,
Okay, so you're gonna get a lot of light like in the morning. Um, okay, I love that because I've
natural
been
light.
doing a lot of I've been watching a lot of YouTube videos on like when you wake up, like it's good to get sunlight like in your eyes. Like I would love that house.
Yeah, I've been seeing those too.
All right, so here's a different angle on it. What the that door in the back left that leads to the backyard?
Correct. And that's also kind of that same farmhouse feel. It's
Okay.
actually, and you walk out on a paved patio where you could put a hot tub. There's some of that green belt or green
Uh-huh.
space between you and your backdoor neighbor is way up the hill, so you got kind of a privacy thing going on.
Gotcha. And there's a couple of photos that's coming up that's gonna give us a good view of that as well. So this
Yeah.
is the primary bath, right?
This would be the master bathroom.
Right.
Uh, uh, this one, I love
On
the
the upper
shower.
level?
This is on the upper level with the
Upper
kitchen.
level. Got it.
Yeah, main living area. And then you got that walk-in closet there at the end with plenty of shelves and
Oh
drawers, so
yeah.
you don't have to clutter your bedroom with a dresser.
Absolutely.
And you got the sliding
Okay.
barn door if you wanted privacy while you took a bath in that freestanding tub.
Gotcha. Okay, so the barn door is the what leads into the bathroom.
Correct.
Got it. And then here's the view from the doorway. Okay, so there you see the entry to the man. This room is massive. Is that a king size bed?
I think that one's a queen, but you can see how
Queen.
you
Okay.
could easily fit a king if you wanted to. So,
Absolutely, absolutely. That room is massive.
and you got the east
And
side
again, the
window.
windows are facing east.
Yep,
Oh, so you're basically waking up to like sunlight.
correct. Yep.
I love that. Does it rain a lot over there?
No, Utah's definitely a desert, but we have had some springs where it doesn't seem to stop raining. So,
Gotcha. Do you see a lot of like I was in Texas last weekend and everybody's talking about how everybody from California is like moving in there, right? Like I was in
right.
the Dallas area. Are there a lot of movements, people coming in from other parts of the country, like to Salt Lake City or Herriman, like specific?
I don't know about Herriman specifically, but Salt Lake County as a whole sure had an influx of that in 2020, 2021, which seemed to slow down a bit. I think that Texas makes more sense to them with affordability and income tax reasons and stuff like that. So that's why they're seeing the.
Gotcha. What will be the main draw that people from out of state moves to Salt Lake City area?
Well, it's the only state you can golf and ski in the same day. You're
That's awesome.
a matter of 30, 40 minutes from some world class ski resorts. And then the rest of the valley has, it's a decent nightlife. You got plenty of clubs and things like that if you're into that. Lots of healthy living, lots of hiking, lots of mountains any direction. You can drive, 40 minutes and end up in wilderness in any direction. It's pretty nice to go out shooting or 4x4ing or anything you're into.
I love it. So you can see in this picture, kind of like there's that big hill you were talking about. So you get a lot of privacy.
Yep.
So and there's no chance that anything comes in between there.
Correct. That's reserved as greenbelt. I mean, I can't speak to the future, but usually when
Well, right.
the municipality reserves a greenbelt, it's untouchable.
Gotcha. Okay. All right. So here's the backyard. So I thought this was really unique. So because we're sitting on a hill, you're
Hmm.
coming out to the
Correct.
backyard from the upper
Upper level.
level. Is that right?
Correct. Yeah.
Okay.
So one cool thing is like right now you could literally step onto the roof of that garage. I wouldn't mind that so much, but people with little kids might really want to consider the extension option where they would build over the top of that, and then you would have
Gotcha. Yep.
elevation like the rest of the house would. So
Okay. Got it. Got it. Okay, so now looking at this photo, it makes sense.
yeah,
All right, so here we have a bathroom, backyard, and the backyard is pretty. I mean, it's really it's pretty big. Like bunch of kids can throw around football and run around and
yeah,
do
it
whatever
is
it is
really
that kids
big.
do.
In fact, right now there's no fence separating that yard from that White House, the neighbor's yard.
Okay,
So if you like them, keep it open and let the kids run and throw footballs.
absolutely. If they wanted to put a fence up, could they? The new buyer?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, cool. And I gotta say, this is one of the highlight of this house. Is this? Are we calling this a patio or what are
That
we?
would be
What's
the balcony or deck there off of
balcony?
the living
Awesome,
room.
awesome. Yeah, that view is pretty incredible.
Hmm. And one cool thing is that deck is virtually maintenance free. It's that
Okay.
membrane. stamped epoxy, so you don't have to worry
Okay.
about changing boards out or staining or anything like that.
Oh wow. Okay, just to double check. So this is the space that that when we were talking about like indoor outdoor living extension, like that's that space, right?
Correct. Yeah, that would
Awesome.
be where I'd put that breakfast table on the east side there, and
Yep.
there it is from the other angle.
Absolutely. So like right here in that middle, right below that middle pointy
Correct. And then
area.
the way it covers the front porch is nice too. I would totally put out like a bench or maybe even one of those chain hung swings
Absolutely.
because you'd be covered on your.
Is this the neighborhood that you live in as well?
It is, yeah. I live up behind that.
Oh, okay. So that's like a bonus. Like not only you get a great house, you get to be neighbors with Joe Black.
That's right.
Hey, whatever helps to sell and get attention, right?
Yeah.
All right, so
So that
the
RV pad there on the side, I don't have it
yep.
listed as having an RV pad.
Okay.
It's kind of small, but I do fit my full size truck there, so you could have 4 cars parked in that driveway.
Okay. So I see when you said tandem, so the garage extends all the way to the length of the house. So you're
Yep.
actually able to just pull in deep and then another car can park
Yeah.
after
Or
that.
use it as a shop or
Right,
storage.
right. And on the driveway, could you fit 6 cars on the driveway? It feels like you can do like two back to back, or is that
No, it
maybe
would
enough
be
for
one.
one?
Yeah,
Okay.
there's maybe 1.5 before you'd be covering the sidewalk.
Awesome. So here's the other angle view of the front of the house. And you can see how far apart like that house in the back, the
Hmm.
houses in the back, so you'll
Yep.
have plenty of privacy.
Yeah. One cool idea I've seen people do is on that terraced backyard with the stone retaining
Uh-huh.
walls. I've seen people use projectors for like outdoor movies at night.
Oh, no way.
Yeah. So I'm not sure how well that backyard would do if there'd be too much rock breakup for a clear picture, but it's kind of a fun idea.
Oh, okay. I mean, they do have these portable, like, 12
Pop-up
by
screen.
12, pop-up screens and stuff. You know what? Like, you could literally have like a neighborhood movie theater in that
That's
backyard.
right. And sometimes people do that.
That's pretty awesome. So speaking of neighbors, like how is the vibe in the neighborhood just in general? Like, are we like saying hello, or are we just like everybody just doing their thing? Like, what's the vibe like?
Absolutely. We like taking our little dog for a walk, and it's like every time we go, somebody comes out to say hi or introduce themselves. It's a pretty new neighborhood, and there's
Uh-huh.
still quite a few houses that haven't sold yet. So um, yeah, it's been pretty friendly.
Got it. How are the you have kids, right, Joe?
I do.
How are the schools?
So we actually don't even use the schools because we're a blended family where we're remarried, and at
Okay.
the age we met, the kids didn't want to leave their old schools, so
Oh,
we
gotcha.
drive around quite a bit for that reason. However,
Ah.
I have heard that they score really well. I remember knowing some kids that were going to school from a neighbor or something in the past, and they were having some classes that were pretty extracurricular. That sounds pretty good.
Got it. Okay, so here's another area shot. Uh, just not to kind of do over the top on the photographer, but I thought Warren really did a good job of showcasing like all angles of like what the house looks like.
Yeah, he did. He's got some pretty well written packages to choose from, and on this luxury listing, I went with his top end one that also included that twilight photo
Awesome.
and the
Yeah,
house
look
with
at that.
all the
Look at that
lights on
sunset.
dots.
That's incredible. So like who would like what like what would you say would be like the top 3 things that you absolutely love about this house? Oh, oh,
not exactly an
Oh,
access to it from the house, but just going up the street or down the street in either direction, you'd get on it. And that's what I was talking about with Herriman having that kind of a trail system throughout it.
okay.
Um, I'm a guy, so I definitely love the tandem garage,
Yep.
and then also the all the canyons nearby.
So it's kind of like you feel like you're in a suburb, but then you're not too terribly far away from the city life if you wanted to as well.
That's right. Yeah, definitely modern living.
How much is it listed at? Oh, did I lose you, Joe?
I think we're having connection issues.
Oh, gotcha. Okay, you're back.
Yep.
Yep, you're back. I was just asking how much is listed at?
How much what?
How much is it listed at?
Oh, this one's listed at 1.1. And then if you wanted to do that extension, we should have the pricing for that pretty soon.
Ah, gotcha. Would that so is that like would that be a decision that you make like at the time of offer, and then if it's agreed
Yep.
upon, then the purchase price goes up?
Yeah, what I'll do end up doing is adding the build plans to the listing
Okay.
photos, putting in the comments that there's the option for X amount if you wanted to do that extension, and what living areas that would include, being the additional laundry room, another bathroom, a pantry, and then like additional just length to off of the dining. You could do a sunroom or something if you wanted to have somewhere to paint, or another office too. So
Gotcha. Okay. Well, that's pretty awesome. I mean, is so you mentioned luxury listing earlier.
mhm.
Um, every different parts of the country kind of has a different definition of like the price point and things, where that luxury level starts. What would you say like an average price of a house is in the Harriman area right now?
The median, you're probably around 700. And then there's some houses that go up quite a bit from there. So there's
Gotcha.
a lot of new.
Is it a pretty tough neighborhood for like a first time home buyers to try to crack into? We have some places like that around Seattle too.
The average first time home buyer, there's parts of Harriman that have a lot of townhomes and as well going in. There's a lot of new development. So there's quite an array of options depending on what you want to do.
Gotcha, gotcha, gotcha. All right, awesome. Well, oh hey, you just dropped your first episode of your podcast. You want to tell us about it?
Yeah, that was actually exciting, and the editing went really well. And it's a smooth company to work with, and I appreciate that. So thank you. I'm
Well,
really excited to. There's some people I haven't told about it yet. I want them to find it by surprise. It's kind of that'd be an indication that it's working, and it'd be kind of fun to talk about as it comes up. So I'm excited to see where that
absolutely,
goes.
absolutely. Salt Lake Living with JoeBlack.com is where you'll be able to find it. We'll be up on Spotify, Apple Podcast, YouTube. So and the goal is to just to kind of share the stories of the people and the businesses and the events surrounding Harriman and the greater Salt Lake area. So I'm really excited to be working on this project with you. I mean, so far in the last 2 months, like I'm just like I wish I lived there so we can be buddies. But
Yeah,
we'll just do the whole long distance relationship virtual thing. That's all right.
feel free
Where
to
do
come visit.
people find more information about you and the listing?
So you can find my website is superutahrealtor.com.
I love
Um,
that name, by the way.
yeah, I was available with some of the Google organics because somebody else owned it for a long time before I bought it. So that's
Okay.
why we went with that one. It's definitely on. UtahRealEstate.com as well. That's the website for our MLS. And Keller Williams has ways of broadcasting across algorithms as well. My social media, Joe Black Realtor. Um,
Love
you can
it.
find
Love
it.
it. You recently started TikTok as well.
I did, yeah.
Let's
So
go.
that's a learning curve.
All right. So, lastly, what do you think 2024 is headed in terms of just real estate? Like market around the Herriman area, Salt Lake, region.
So honestly, nobody has a crystal ball. I do feel like this is just my opinion that 2024 is going to be a stabilization year. The message I'm trying to get out to everybody is let go of the idea of that 3% interest rate that came as a unicorn from COVID. It's like a bad X, right? It was fun while it lasted, but it's not sustainable. Let it go. And I think people are waking up to the fact that they still need a place to live, and our interest rates today are still historically average if you look at a 40-year chart. Utah has always been its own animal anyway. We have a really good employment or job opportunity market. It's a healthy, fun place to live, good economy. And then with the way Salt Lake County is surrounded by mountains, it kind of protects home values in a sense because the markets comps can't trickle into each other when they're divided by mountains, right? So
Mm.
Utah will definitely always be its own animal, but I do think that it's a stabilization year. I don't think we'll see house prices go up crazy high like we did in 2021. We had a 28% growth, so I think now we're going to be back in the 3 to 4% per year, which is a healthy average.
I love it, man. There you have it. If you're looking for a new house in Harriman, hit up Joe Black.
That's right.
Right? Like that's the place to be. So Joe, really appreciate your time. I'm really looking forward to the projects that we're working on and helping you grow. And I'm excited to see you continue to help the people of Harriman as well as Salt Lake City area. So thank you for this. And and
Thank
and
you.
and basically, the more listings you get, the more listing launchpad director's cut we're gonna do. So let's go get those listings and talk about it as often as we can.
Great. Thank you.
All right. Thanks a lot, Joe.
See ya.